All right, just like last time, we are going to be subtracting, but this time we're going to be subtracting numbers with decimals in them. So, you are going to have a page that's going to look like this that you are going to work from, and you are not going to mark it on as a PDF. You're just going to go ahead and solve it on your lined paper that is turned horizontal. So, I'm going to do 11, 12, and 13 for you. Let's go ahead and get started. Number 11 says 3.04. Take away 0.79 or 79 hundredths. Okay. 3.04. I'm going to make sure that my decimals are lined up. That's crucial. A lot of times they're going to try and trick you and get you to put numbers so that they're not lined up. That's just to make sure that you're really paying attention to that place value. So make sure that you're aware of that from the very beginning. Even on tests and quizzes, sometimes you're going to see things like number 10 right here, where it would be really easy to put that 2 over the 6. It shouldn't be over the 6. It should be with the decimals stacked. So we should have a nice stack of 3 dots, just like that. Remember we talked about that last time? It looks kind of like you have on your iPad for your options or for your menu. So we've got all that lined up and we are good to go. Notice I've already put my decimal in the answer. That's good. That helps me to make sure I'm not going to forget that later. All right, now I can ignore the decimals. I don't have to worry about them anymore for this moment. I'm just going to subtract. 4 take away 9. Can't do it, so I'm going to need to take from here. There's nothing here, so I'm going to have to go all the way up to the 3, which is in our ones place. 3 becomes 2. Takes 10 of these to get to this place, so when we bring it back, we're bringing back a 10. But we're going to take from that 10, so that 10 is going to now become 9. And then over here I've got 10 and 4, which gives me 14. 14 take away 9 gives me 5. 9 take away 7 gives me 2. And 2 take away 0 gives me 2. And I'm finished. All right, let's go on to 13. Notice I'm not putting my problems all the way up here at the top because that could get really crowded, especially when I've got regrouping going on here. So I'm kind of putting it down a little bit so I have room for stacking on top of it there. Okay, 5.16. Take away 2.36. Now we're not always going to work on lined paper like this, so if you're concerned about using too much paper, know that after this unit, most likely we're not going to have to stick with that quite so much. But for what we're doing right now with these basic calculations, it's really important that we keep everything lined up. And as long as we have that tool, I want to make sure we're using it. So 6 take away 6 is 0. 1 take away 3 is something I can't do yet, so I'm going to instead borrow. So 5 becomes 4. I'm really glad I had this one because a lot of times students are going to bring over the 10 and it's really easy to forget the 1 because you already have a 1 in the 10. But you want to make sure you add that to your 10 that you're bringing over. So here in this place value, in the 10th place value, I'm not going to have 10, I'm not going to have 1, I'm going to have 11, 10 and 1 together. Okay, 10 take away 3, well, 3 and 7 is 10, so 3 and 8 must be 11. So 10 take away 3 gives me 8. I did not carry down that decimal. It'd be great if I had developed that habit, but since I noticed that it's missing, I'm going to go ahead and carry it down now. 4 take away 2 gives me 2. All right, last one, and then you are on your own. Mark that as number 13. It's number 12. But at any point, if you want help with this, if you need help with this, let me know. Don't hesitate to ask, okay? All right. This is a great one for our example because it does have that situation where there's no decimal. So if I have 2, but I need it written as a decimal, could I write it as 2.0? Absolutely. Could I write it as 2.00? Absolutely. that just means there's 2 in the ones place, and there's nothing in the tenths place, and there's nothing in the hundredths place. And then I'm just going to stack my decimals and start my subtraction. Okay. 0 take away 2, can't do it. I'm going to have to go here, but here there's nothing, so I'm going to have to go all the way up here. 2 becomes 1, 0 becomes 10, now 10 becomes 9, and 0 here becomes 10. 10 take away 2 is 8, 9 take away 5 is 4. There's that decimal. I forgot again. It would be so great if it was a habit. And 1 take away 1 is 0. I don't have to have a 0 there. If I had just 0.48, the answer would be correct. But it looks nice to have that 0 there just to make sure that I am not missing anything or leaving anything out. Okay? You are going to complete numbers 1 through 10, and you are going to work that out on your paper just like I did. Again, if you have any questions, go ahead and send me a message through Canvas, or meet me on Wednesday for a conference, or when we are face-to-face, feel free to ask me because I'd love to go over this with you together if you need it. All right, thanks much.